What's happening on the homestead this cold January day here in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you. So you like that new intro? Hi, I'm your host Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a little homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest, located west-southwest of Crater Lake National Park. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this chilly January afternoon. It's not chilly at all. It's just totally the opposite of what it was last year. This time last year we had 18 inches of snow. We were wrapping up the 2.5 week filming of that Discovery Channel's Homestead Rescue episode, Honey, I Torched the Homestead. That's right, filmed right here. So we battled snow and cold temperatures the entire shoot. So at least we had continuity. We had snow the entire month. And as the fire drill goes, they cleared out my land and set a fire. And we did a fire drill here on the episode, and that was well, it was an adventure, and it was really needful that we needed to do that and create a better plan of escape and look at other scenarios that could happen. Because with this dry, warm winter they're having, it gives me two concerns. Number one is there's gonna be an overrun of insects this coming year because it just didn't get cold enough to be able to kill off the insect population and bring them to bay. Number two is it's gonna be a tumultuous summer, I anticipate, with it being so extra dry, not enough snowpack in the mountains around us to give us water in the watersheds for the coming year, and it's going to create that much more of a fire danger. Which leaves me something else. I am really grateful for being able to have the film crew and contractors come onto the property and be able to help us with this fire suppression effort. As you know, I was working by hand with rudimentary tools on trying to mitigate the fire danger, and we were able to really get a handle on it and cut all the underbrush out from within a 200 feet perimeter around the house and the outbuildings. I've got a metal roof on the house. I put metal roofs on all the outbuildings, which will protect us from falling embers. And we limb the trees up to get them off the ground in case a fire comes through the ground level and burns up the grasses. So we're relatively safe as far as fire danger goes, but not 100%. Of course, who is? How many of you have gardens that look like this in the winter? Yep. In the winter months, don't do too much with gardening up here in the mountains. Usually it's buried in snow, but it is what it is. It's mud. But we have the greenhouse now, and the greenhouse, we've still continue growing stuff in there. I've got garlic growing in there. I've got some Brussels sprouts plants growing. There hasn't fruited with Brussels sprouts yet, and I have, it was just an experiment more so than anything else. We do have some lettuce growing. That's how come we put some grow lights in to help with the leafy lettuce to grow a little bit better. And also we've been growing radishes and carrots in here. Yes, it's January, and we've also been growing this Swiss chard. I planted the Swiss chard 1 year ago this week, and these plants are a year old. We've been harvesting continually off of them for the last year and providing a good source of greens for our diet. One of my viewers asked me about orchard. I do have, well, what I started out with an orchard, but when they built the greenhouse, my daughter and Misty decided to plant it right in the middle of my orchard. So it's too close to my cherry tree, so I'm going to have to dig up my cherry tree carefully and plant it over here, is the way I've my alternative plan is to plant it. Now that cherry tree grows 5 different variety of cherries. I also have an apple tree. I'm going to leave it as is. It's not in anybody's way, and it's going to grow. It also produces 5 variety of apple. Over here in the backyard I have a stone fruit tree that's supposed to grow a fruit cocktail of stone fruit. We're talking about peach, plum, apricot, 2 variety of plum, and nectarines. So we'll see how that goes. Winter hasn't been too awfully hard this year on the livestock. They've been able to do what they do best. Go out and graze on the what pasture I have, which leads me into a area of pasture management I want to get into. My daughter is starting a master gardener's class. Actually, she went for orientation today, so she'll be bringing that experience to the homestead. Right now I'm just too busy to take the class. Next time I would like to take the master gardener class, and also take the master beekeeper's class too. I've got some breeder rabbits. I'm not breeding them right now. I've got a nice buck here and 3 doe. I will be breeding them soon, but I've got enough rabbit right now in the freezer. I don't need any more. I want to improve the bunny bungalow, and I want to buy new cages. I do want to put them in larger cages, and hopefully I could do that before spring comes. And speaking of spring, I am getting antsy for the ground to dry out just a little bit so I can get up there and build the pig shelter and enclosure and be able to finish the fencing so I can get the pigs out and let them root around the pastures. So that's a quick look around the homestead this January day. Minus the snow. Don't know what the heck's going on here. But it happens. It cycles every 3 to 5 years. We'll get a season without snow. But in March, every single year, we always get a huge dump of snow. And we'll see how that goes this year. Right now, it's just nothing. What you see is what we got. So I thank you guys for coming on this little chat today. On just looking around the homestead and chatting about this, that, and the other thing. We'll see you guys in more videos. Follow me on social media, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That likes the channel. It helps the channel out immensely when you guys do that. Also, sharing the channel on your social media pages really helps grow my channel as well. And if you're not already, subscribe, and we'll see you guys again. Bye-bye.